From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the news blast for this hour. LGBTQ Nation is reporting that Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Friday signed the country's latest Don't Say Gay legislation into law, which would bar discussion of LGBTQ plus identity in classrooms, ban LGBTQ plus student clubs, and prohibit school staff from acknowledging student identities that diverge from the binary, among other restrictive anti-LGBTQ plus measures. In addition to attacking LGBTQ plus identity, the sweeping package of laws that supporters call a Bill of Parental Rights addresses a right-wing wish list to ban diversity, inclusion, and equity discussion in classrooms, promote vaccine skepticism, and provide opt-out options on everything from health education and data collection to library access and bilingual education. The bill also prohibits discussion of race in any lesson, policy, procedure, or program, except subjects mandated by the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills Test. On Monday, the ACLU and a state student organization announced they're taking Texas to court over the new law known as Senate Bill 12. Senate Bill 12 aims to punish kids for being who they are and ban teachers from supporting them. It sends the false message that Black, brown, LGBTQIA+, and other students don't belong in the classroom or in our state. Brian Clusterberg, a senior staff attorney at the ACLU of Texas, said in a statement shared with the Houston Chronicle. We're taking legal action to challenge this discriminatory law and reaffirm that all students should have access to a safe, inclusive education that prepares them for their futures in our diverse state, no exceptions. Under the new law, GSAs, or Gender and Sexuality Alliance Clubs, also known as gay-straight alliances, across the state will be shut down due to a provision that school districts are now prohibited from authorizing student clubs based on sexual orientation or gender identity. The law also expands on some Texas school districts' forced outing policies aimed at trans and non-binary students, explicitly prohibiting school staff support for questioning students. School districts without restrictive outing policies will now have to adopt one. Cameron Samuels, executive director of Students Engaged in Advancing Texas, said the law would erase students' identities. State leaders have been in the business of manufacturing problems that don't exist, such as stoking fear against diversity, equity, and inclusion, to ignore the solutions that students need and deserve, Samuels said in the ACLU release. Barring student organizations and teachers from supporting LGBTQIA plus young people, particularly trans and non-binary students, is inflicting even more harm and making our schools unsafe and unjust. That's the news blast for this hour. If you're watching our videos on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.